Hello, Mrs. Cooper again. Today's story is called My Two Blankets. And I'll read you the bit on the back. That's called the blurb. It tells you what the story is going to be about. It says Cartwheel, that must be the name of this person, has moved to a place that is so strange to her. She no longer feels like herself. This is a story about new ways of speaking, new ways of living, and new ways of being. Lots of people move to different places, don't they? And they have to learn how to fit in, or help others, help them fit in. So this must be Cartwheel. This book's written by Irena Cobald and Freya Blackwood. Let's see what happens. My Two Blankets. Auntie used to call me Cartwheel. I wonder why. Then came the war, and Auntie didn't call me Cartwheel anymore. We came to the country to be safe. Everything was strange. The people were strange. The food was strange. The animals and the plants were strange. Even the wind felt strange. Let's have a look where she came from, shall we? So she came from a village, different kinds of houses she lived in. Animals out near the houses. She looked very happy and free, didn't she? Look at all the people now. Wonder how she'd be feeling. How would you be feeling? Nobody spoke like I did, so they must speak a different language. When I went out, it was like standing under a waterfall of strange sounds. The waterfall was cold. It made me feel alone. I felt like I wasn't me anymore. What do you think it means to feel like you're not me anymore? You're not yourself. A bit lost, a bit alone. Not a very nice way to feel. When I was at home, I wrapped myself in a blanket of my own words and sounds. I called it my old blanket. My old blanket was warm. It was soft. It covered me all over. It made me feel safe. Sometimes I didn't want to go out. I wanted to stay under my old blanket forever. Let's hope things change for her. One day, a girl in the park smiled at me. Then she waved. I wanted to smile back, but I was scared. I kept walking with Auntie. When I looked back, the girl waved again. That was nice. Next time we went to the park, I looked for the girl. She wasn't there. Not playing there this time, was she? We went back 3 times before I saw her again. She waved and smiled, and I felt warm inside. The girl came up to us and said something. Her words were strange. It was like being back under the cold waterfall. I think she's trying to be friendly though, don't you? But because Cartwheel couldn't understand her, it felt very strange still. But the girl kept smiling. She took me to the swings. I got on and she pushed me higher and higher. I wanted to laugh. I wanted to tell her how glad I was that we were friends. I wonder how she managed to do that. But I didn't know how, and that made me feel sad. When I went home, I hid under my old blanket. I wondered if I would always feel sad. I wondered if I would ever feel like me again. The next time I saw the girl, she brought some words for me. She made me say them over and over. Every time I met the girl, she brought more words. Some of the words were hard. Some of the words were easy. Sometimes I sounded funny and we laughed. Sometimes I felt silly. Oh, and I wanted to cry. It's okay to say things wrong or say silly things sometimes, isn't it? I do that. I get my words mixed up and say silly things. But I don't cry. I just have a bit of a laugh. But this girl was feeling very sad and lost, so that's fine. You're allowed to feel however you want to feel. At night, when I lay in my bed, under my old blanket, I whispered the new words again and again. Soon they didn't sound so cold and sharp anymore. They started to sound warm and soft. I was weaving a new blanket. Was it a real blanket? At first, my new blanket was thin and small, but every day I added new words to it. The blanket grew and grew. I forgot about the cold and lonely waterfall. Now my new blanket is just as warm and soft and comfortable as my old blanket. And I know that no matter which blanket I use, I will always be me. That's a lovely story, isn't it? Looks like she's made a friend. Thank you for listening. I really like that one. Some good messages in there, aren't there? That it's okay to feel a bit different. It's lovely to meet new people, and sometimes they help us make us feel safe and right where we belong. You don't always need words, do you? You don't always need to speak the same language. Having someone else just care helps. And she helped to learn some words. So how special was that? Thank you.